hardly anybody. There were about 2 English families with us.
A big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video.
Good morning everyone, welcome to a beautiful sunrise in Shoebury-Ness, which is just a little bit further down from Southend-on-Sea, and I live about 40 minutes away from here, and the weather this week is supposed to be outstanding, so I thought, why don't we catch a sunrise, maybe do the same tomorrow, and maybe do the same the day after that, and make the most of early spring, perhaps. It's mornings like this that I'm so grateful to be taking pictures and to be interested in photography, because just having an excuse to go out for a walk is, I mean, yeah, look at it. It's beautiful. I'm using Hasselblad X2D this morning because this is obviously a much slower, more serene style of photography. This is going to be perfect, and this isn't, you know, traditional run and gun street photography style stuff, so I don't think I need my Leica. So the M11 is at home, which does feel weird to leave it behind, but obviously this is an absolute beast, so yeah. I have no idea what I'm going to take pictures of, but I'm just feeling very calm. There was just a beautiful golden retriever that just went for a little paddle right in front of me. The reflection, the sunset, sunrise, the water, everything. It was a perfect little scene, beautiful dog, and I kind of missed it. My camera settings were overexposed, and I wasn't really ready, and the dog was there for like 2 seconds and then kept going, so. I thought this morning would have been like a slow, in your own time kind of photography, but I saw something and I missed it, so never mind. I think I need to get used to this camera a little bit more. The Hasselblad is super easy to use, but I'm just not quite as I should be, so never mind. My first mistake this morning, which I will try not to repeat tomorrow and the day after, was actually just getting here too late. I got up at 6 thinking I would see the sunrise by 6:30. But by the time I got here, it was already, you know, halfway up in the sky. So I need to get up earlier tomorrow, which isn't fun, but hopefully it's worth the photographs. So. I don't think I saw anything too interesting right there, other than the walk being just lovely. I'm going to drive round to Southend, park up, and see if there's anything more interesting happening. The light is beautiful, the sky is blue, I can't really complain, so let's go and see what else we can find. That's a car. Anyway, there is just something calmingly nostalgic about the seaside. And I can't even tell you what kind of photographs I'm looking for, and I'm not even trying to take photographs to evoke nostalgia. That's not my intention this morning. My intention is just to go for a walk and enjoy the sun. But the colours, the playfulness, also like the sea, the landscape of the sea, like the horizon line of the sea, makes for some really easy compositions. It's like Chris Harrison, who shoots in Brighton a lot, who I filmed an interview with, described it as a spirit level. Like you have this natural spirit level of the sea, of the horizon, to just help you with your compositions in a way. Even though I'm not trying to show you or display nostalgia in my photographs, I certainly feel it while I'm taking the photographs, just of the fish and chip shop signs, of the ice creams, of just the everydayness of the seaside. It's very visually pleasing, it's very aesthetic. Even just this play area right here. Let's snap a couple frames of this. Just want to briefly explain why I like this frame so much, but excuse the traffic behind me if it's loud. This feel good text is great, and also the curve of this building leads onto the curve of that building that also complements the curve of the wheel in the distance. Very subtly, I like this harsh highlight of white in the middle. Just kind of separates the elements a little bit. And obviously the blue sky is lovely. I would really like a bird in the middle up here. Just to set the scene a little bit more and add another element in the top third. There's something about this. I'll see what I can get. That will probably do it for this morning's photography, but I did just notice a couple of shop fronts, cafes and fish and chip shops starting to open up, and I did kind of want to go in and take some pictures, but they weren't open, so I couldn't even, buy a coffee and then just take some pictures from there. Tomorrow morning I might come straight here, and as they open up I might speak to the shopkeepers and the owners and see if I could just snap a few photos and just be honest, maybe just say, I'm working on a project about the seafront. Would it be cool to get some pictures while the light is nice? So maybe we'll try that tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little wanderings of mine. Let's see what we can find tomorrow as well. Let's make the most of this beautiful early spring light. Generally speaking, I'm just really excited for photography right now because through winter, it's just so tough. It's just not fun. But yeah, things are starting to pick up now.
Hey guys, VoiceOver Mike here. If you want to see all the photographs in this video in more detail, I've made a page on my website from these morning walks. I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested. I made this page in literally a few minutes with the sponsors of this video, Squarespace. I use Squarespace to host all of my photography, but also a place to write and share blogs, a weekly newsletter, and even sell products. I hint at the idea of what you're seeing in this video becoming a future project, which I could turn into a zine or a photo book, and if that does happen, I have my store all set up and ready to go using Squarespace. Building a website has never been easier with Squarespace, whether you want to use their beautiful templates or let AI do the heavy lifting for you. So why not start a free trial and see what you think? After that, when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Mike Chudley to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Let's get back to the video.
Day 2 of waking up early to catch the sunrise, but not quite early enough because the sun has already risen. Here we are in Maldon, change of plan today. I was going to go back to Southend. I will do that tomorrow, as I need to be in this town for a shoot later on today anyway. So yeah, Maldon is a very oldie-woldy, and this is a sailing town. So lots of water, lots of boats, and beautiful light again today. So let's have a wander, see what we can find. If I was brave enough, I would walk down here just to get a shot of all of this, get closer to the water. But I don't think the Adidas was a good shout, so I'll be staying on the path. So when I got in from yesterday, I edited the photographs I took at Southend, and they're okay. They're not anything to write home about, but they're okay. But one thing I did notice is that I preferred cropping to 2x3, which is the full frames ratio. The Hasselblad's crop of 3x4, I'm just not familiar with it in terms of compositions and the way it looks. It seems a bit odd, so I kept cropping to 2x3 because that felt more familiar. I also really like the square crop, so if the composition allowed, for example, the wheel, the photograph of the wheel and the photograph of the signs, the square crop on that was, yeah, I really like that. But interesting, I just thought I'd point that out, that I'm shooting on the Hasselblad, but I'm preferring 2x3 in crop rather than 3x4. But someone also explained ratios to me, because 2x3 is just one smaller than 3x4, so why does it look different? I appreciate you might be thinking, Mike, this is not like your typical street stuff at all, but honestly, I can appreciate and enjoy this just as much. Finding pleasing frames, just wandering around in your own time, just having that excuse to go out and take pictures. It's just, yeah, starting my days like this, it just feels so good. And until London's hustling again, you know, and the light's great most days, you know, summer in the city is so good, but mornings like this, more in the countryside, yeah, I can enjoy photography just as much. And take some pictures, but I'm going to make a video about the pictures that I take and things like that, so
yeah, nice.
Well, wasn't that just a very lovely interaction, very wholesome. I don't usually strike up a conversation with people to take their portraits, but in this situation we had the space and time, and I thought, she's there feeding the pigeons, or the birds even. She was lovely, so hopefully I got one or two photographs that are half decent that I can send to them, because there's nothing worse than taking someone's portrait and then they're naff and then you send over rubbish photographs. So hopefully there's one or two interesting shots right there. can't go wrong doing this every morning, can you?
No.
The best
You're
way
a
to start
professional photographer, or what?
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
make videos as well.
Oh, good.
So I'm making a YouTube video about different sunrises.
Oh, no.
My name's Mike, by the way. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, John, yes.
John, nice to meet you.
Yeah, well, I had to because we were in a medieval village. It was very.
So no
That-
one, but they weren't speaking English.
Hardly anybody. There were about 2 English families with us. We went. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning, John. So,
Morning.
I'm on a photo shoot here. Yes. Yes.
So I'd like for a nice little sunrise. We've got chatting to John. He's here every morning apparently, because you all know who he is.
Yeah, these boys are. The car's
Okay, see you later.
Well, this morning is turning out to be an incredibly wholesome photography session. Just got chatting to John there, retired 20 years, walks down here nearly every morning, reads his newspaper at the end of this pier, promenade, whatever it is. And then his friends meet him and he walks back with them and has a coffee. What a beautiful way to start the day. For John, every morning, and for me today. This has been lovely. Just a thought I've had, I'm going to throw in the mix. You know how people talk about gear, gear doesn't matter, use whatever camera you want. And I do agree to some extent, but I've taken 2 portraits this morning, which isn't my usual go-to thing. Is the reason I've taken those portraits because I have the Hasselblad, and I know how nice they're going to look, and I know how nice that medium format look is. That I'm thinking, yeah, it's worth a go, it's worth a shot. Whereas if I was on my Leica, would I be more inclined to just do it candid and keep moving? I don't know. I just think that the argument that gear doesn't matter isn't always completely accurate, because the gear you're using definitely influences the type of work you make. Good morning. I've never seen anything like it. I can't even see the horizon line. So this is the only time ever that I see fit to use a 200mm lens, but the conditions right now are insane. So thanks to Dan. Show your face. This is his git, not mine.
Yeah, just catching the soft colour palettes out here because it's really nice, really calm.
So when you had it on rapid fire, it's like literally like a machine gun. I can't remember last time I used high continuous.
I just want to scare the birds.
Yeah, I mean you have to, don't you? Yeah.
is a photographer's treasure. Another man's trash.
What was that?
Another man's trash is a photographer's treasure.
Did you make that up?
I did just make it up. Yeah, it'll be on Good Quotes.
Dan and I just checked the weather for Friday to see if we could possibly enjoy another sunrise, but it's back to being overcast, maybe a little bit of rain. So pleased I came out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to make the most of the sun, because my hopes of having an early spring, maybe I was being a bit too ambitious. So back to boring English winter, but maybe another month, a couple more weeks, and we'll start seeing spring a little bit more. I'm so pleased I made the most of the weather this week. I've thoroughly enjoyed the morning walks. Perhaps there's a new project in the works here. I'll have a think about it. What kind of clothing could you be wearing to fit in where you are right now? Patagonia? What's a sailing brand? You just look very comfortable there, mate. You look like you're natural.
It's ironic. The boats we've seen today, there's an irony to it all. They all have water in them, but there's an object to collect the water.
Which is kind of ironic that the boats have cleaning equipment in them.
Pretty much.
And they're not clean.
Yeah.
So one thing about the Hasselblad, as amazing as it is, and I've been singing its praises the last couple of days, the battery is not the best. Anyway, moaning, what over. Always find something to complain about even when the camera's perfect. Don't forget to take portraits of your friends, people. They will be the most important photographs in years to come, so I like to remind myself that. I'm guilty of not doing that enough, so that's why I'm trying to take portraits of my friends a lot more.